and watch from far away. But you always knew you'd be the one to work while they all play. And you lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream.
You know who ain't live? Top Dollar and Hit Row. We are live, man. WWE 2K22 released their new hit list trailer. It's funny how WWE had their own hit list by the end of the night. WWE releases 8 more superstars, including Tegan Nox, John Morrison, Johnny Drip Drip, and all of Death Row. Oh, man. Oh, man! What are you guys gonna do when I'm gone? Absolutely nothing. Why? Because I am fucking Nostradamus. Right here on Off the Screen.
AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me on this very, very late Thursday night, early Friday morning. It is now officially November 19th, 2021. I am JD from New York, and this is an emergency episode of... Oh, I just popped open a cold beverage, man. I popped open a cold beverage. The amount of times I have to come on here, and everybody sits there and says a variety of things. JD is a lunatic. JD is the worst ever. JD ruins professional wrestling. JD is garbage. JD is cancer. JD is racist. You know, I genuinely feel concerned. And I'm pulling my best doc. Two-time. Right here. Shout out to Dr. Disrespect, man. Love him. I wonder what you guys are going to do without me. I mean, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that's called what I've called in the year of 2021. I don't know anybody in the community that's called and has been correct as much as I have. And I don't want to stroke my own ego. I don't want to come on here and do that. But when I get absolutely roasted by Twitter handles with their first name and like 8 or 9 different fucking numbers, right? In their Twitter handle, it is comedic to me how nobody understands exactly what I'm saying, and they go right for the race card, or they go right for the conspiracy theory card. Oh, he's a lunatic. Before I even begin anything, I want to make everybody very well aware. I do not advocate for anybody losing their job. In fact, I hate WWE just as much as everybody in this live stream right now. I hate them. I love them. I grew up on it, but I hate them. I feel bad for everybody that's lost their job now, today, 2 weeks ago. Ever since the pandemic started, I feel bad for everybody. I did not want to come on here on day one of the WWE draft for 2021 and be so harsh on Hit Row. I didn't. I was a big fan of Hit Row. I didn't really expect everybody to watch my NXT post shows on Tuesday night. I mean, seeing the rating on Wednesday morning with NXT this past Tuesday, I find it hard to believe that anybody's still watching NXT. I was a big fan of Isaiah Swerve Scott. Still am, will always be a huge fan of Isaiah Swerve Scott. I praised him. I praised Ashanti Adonis. I praised B-Fab, not for her in-ring ability, but for her mere presence in Hit Row. And I defended her being in Hit Row and why she needed to be released from the main roster. We'll never know. We'll never know why B-Fab was released. It could be for a multitude of reasons. We don't know with Nick Conman and slob Bruce Pritchard over there with his cherry red face still, as if he's about to fucking have a heart attack, Bruce Pritchard. The guy who single-handedly is destroying WWE with everybody else in that company, Bruce Pritchard. There's no reason why B-Fab should have been released. It could have been a multitude of reasons. They weren't high on her in-ring ability. Could have been for a vaccine mandate. Nobody knows. Nobody will ever know. Maybe we'll find out a year from now when she goes on Talk is Jericho. I don't know. The one person I had a problem with here is, what's his name? What's his name, man? He deals in WWE memorabilia on A&E. What's his name? The guy who almost got canceled by social media for rapping about Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal! What's his name, man? He's named after, I shop in him, man. What's his fucking name? I go to the store and I buy fucking Tide detergent for $4.99, man, because it's too expensive at fucking Walmart. What's his name? Oh, Dollar Tree. That's his name? Right? Dollar Tree? Bottom Dollar? Is that another chain of stores that I don't know of? Oh, Top Dollar. Top Dollar's his name. Oh, my goodness, man. It's amazing. I was fucking fooled, man. He's fucking worthless now. Worthless. It's brought me to this point where I'm not happy he got fired. I'm not happy he got fired. In fact, I'm not happy that he even got called up. I told you from day fucking one. Day one. And I got called a racist for it. I got called a racist. JD is racist because he talked shit about Hit Row getting called up to the main roster while all these newborn fucking geeks stands on social media were waving their Hit Row flags on the day of the fucking draft. Meanwhile, I was in this chair, at this desk, in front of this microphone, in front of this camera, and I reiterated a few simple things. Hit Row should have not been called up to the main roster. Legado del Fantasma, which, in my honest opinion, I mean, nobody's safe. I mean, we could be sitting here 3 weeks from now talking about Santos Escobar being released. Nobody is safe. Unless you're Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, you ain't safe. Hit Row should have not been called up to the main roster. Legado del Fantasma, the way we have watched NXT, probably deserved it more. They were probably more ready than Hit Row. They got drafted to SmackDown, and everybody was jumping for joy. I'm sitting here asking myself, why? What value are they going to add to Friday Night SmackDown? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Top Dollar can't wrestle. Swerve, he finally got something meaningful to work with Hit Row. Ashante Adonis was probably going to end up carrying that tag team with Top Dollar. B-Fab was not ready to be called up to the main roster. She almost killed herself in a match against Carmen Electra down in NXT. Electra Lopez of Legado del Fantasma on NXT. So much that they had to hide all of their weaknesses in a no DQ match. This was only her second time in the ring. I simply put, after Mr. Top Dollar blocked me, after my initial impression of them getting called up, somebody clearly sent them the clip. Maybe they were watching. I have no fucking idea. I would not be shocked because you're watching the best when you're watching this show. Nobody's going to spit it to you like I do. You want to spit rhymes? I spit truth. We have a common factor there, Mr. Francis. I simply said you were not ready for the main roster. I meant no ill will. None. You were not ready. You know, the Atlanta Braves won the World Series this year. They could have used some extra bullpen help. They could have used some extra starting pitching, right? They're not going to call up some fucking single A starting pitcher in the minor leagues to go pitch in the playoffs against the Dodgers or pitch in the World Series against the Astros. That wouldn't really make any sense now, would it? You were not ready for the major leagues. You can go on social media all you want and boast about how you can cut a promo and how management is behind you and how you guys are gonna succeed and don't put everybody else's failures that have got called up and released on us. We're different. If you don't know, now you know. I love it. Goes on social media, brags, blah, 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 blah. Blocks everybody for speaking the truth because he got a little finger happy on his iPhone or his Android, or maybe he was sitting behind a nice PC, sitting here typing away, right? All the eggs on social media. We don't see nothing from them. They get maybe one match out of them against jobbers. Then they're doing skits, rapping Sami Zayn to the ring. Then he's rapping about Jinder Mahal. And then he's released. You see, the reason, folks, and this is a very short lifespan in WWE for Hit Row. I feel bad for Swerve because he's one of the most talented guys in the fucking company. Makes me wonder why Swerve was released. Like, it is so fucking stupid, but I'm going to make it make all sense right now. You're asking yourself, I know you're asking yourself, people on fucking Fightful asking themselves, well, why did Swerve get released? You'll watch Wrestle Geeks tomorrow and talk to Ollie Davis, and everybody's going to be asking, why did they get released? Why did Swerve get released? The answer is very simple, folks. The answer is very simple. And if you've watched the show, you know what the fucking answer is. And I said this several times to you already. It should come to nobody in this chat as a surprise. Same thing can be said about Tegan Nox. Same thing can be said about Tegan Nox. Hit Row was one of the very last things that Triple H himself put together. AJ Francis could go on social media and cry about how they walked in and this is how they walked into NXT and nobody helped them become who they are. Blow me. Seriously, shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, William Regal, and everybody else on that team created Hit Row. Isaiah Swerve Scott was a fish that had no home on NXT. All of a sudden, he gets Top Dollar and Ashanti Adonis and B-Fab, and all of a sudden, his entire character, his entire portrayal is one of direction. And I was happy. I was happy. I praised that man. I've called matches for that man in House of Glory. I've praised that man for years, dating back to his time in Lucha Underground, his time early in NXT. I even called him, and this is quite sad that it's resulted in his fucking failure. I said, he is as good, if not better, than Ricochet. These are two guys that should be at the top of the fucking card in WWE, and both of them, one of them now, failed on the main roster, the other one unemployed. How sad. How sad. Triple H, all of a sudden, comes up with this idea, conjures this idea of Hit Row. We see this fabulous gimmick. 4 people in a music studio producing music together. Cool, hip, different. You think that came out of thin air? No, that was the idea of Triple H. So why did they get called up to the main roster, you ask? It's very simple. WWE called up Hit Row to the main roster because they knew they were weeding out every single aspect of Triple H in NXT, rebranded it NXT 2.0, and they are slowly but surely getting rid of everything. By the end of the year, there will not be one living single thing from the Triple H era on that brand. Tommaso Ciampa, maybe. But at War Games, he's losing the championship to Braun Breaker. By the end of the year, the only one that will be employed is Tommaso Ciampa. Johnny Gargano will be gone. Kyle O'Reilly will be gone. Samoa Joe, I'm surprised he's still employed. Nobody's heard a fucking peep out of Samoa Joe. He might as well be fucking released. Maybe he was quietly released, and we don't even know. Triple H created Hit Row. WWE called up Hit Row for this moment. I said it then. I said it 5 weeks ago. I say it now. Hit Row were fired because Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon continue their hit list of removing and erasing everything that is Triple H from WWE. Gone. Gone. And if you don't understand that, I hope you all understand that now. It's funny that their catchphrase was, if you don't know, now you know. I don't say shit for the simple fact of clicks and views and likes and fucking negativity spreads. Motherfucker, what are you gonna do without me when I'm not here? Who's going to be sitting in this chair giving it to you like you all deserve? You think I make this shit up? You think I'm happy about this? You think I want to see NXT die? NXT was the best thing that WWE ever produced. And here we are with the entire Triple H era hanging on like it's on a fucking string of dental floss. That's it. Hit Row were simply a casualty of WWE killing Triple H and every part of his NXT legacy. It's not because I was a racist. I don't see how speaking the truth and giving it to you guys like I think you deserve equates to me being a racist. Let me stress this again. I don't want to see anybody lose their job. But when I get my work publicly criticized and I got to sit here with the fucking feeling every single week of people not wanting to work with me because of how I am and the way I speak and the way I project shit. Motherfucker, I do my job better than fucking anybody, and you better fucking know that. I hope you know that. It did Top Dollar no good to go on social media and start bragging. All I said was, do you know who you work for? Do you know who you work for? I don't think you realize that you're now in the hands of Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon. Once that happened, forget about it. All over. B-Fab gone. Adonis gone. Top Dollar gone. Isaiah Swerve Scott gone. They called you up from your NXT contract, probably signed you all to new WWE deals, gave you 90 days instead of 30 days, and now you got to sit home like the rest of them to do nothing and sulk through the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. We'll see you in February. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. They were a product of killing NXT. No more, no less. So where do they go from here? I don't know where any of them go. WWE pretty much left these people on the fucking side of the road with basically no options. Where's Top Dollar gonna go? What has Top Dollar done in this industry to where he can build himself a resume, present it to another employer, and say, hey, I'm looking for work. What could I do? What could I do to make your show better? Nothing. Same thing goes for Adonis. Same thing goes for B-Fab. The only one that may find work instantly is Isaiah Swerve Scott. And that's it. It's amazing how nobody pieces this shit together. It's amazing. I don't say shit and conjure shit up out of thin air. If you've watched NXT from day one like I have, and you watch NXT as they were moved from the WWE Network to USA Network, moved and expanded to 2 hours, you would have seen the slow deterioration of NXT and what was going on. Everybody seems to have it in their fucking head that Triple H is still in charge. Triple H hasn't been in charge since the move to the USA Network. Triple H didn't authorize that. Triple H didn't want it. Triple H didn't need it. Triple H had nothing to do with moving NXT to the USA Network and expanding it to 2 hours. What don't you fucking understand? What? He had nothing to do with that show. Nothing. And now he's got a cardiac event that he's recovering from. Makes me believe that WWE is not telling you everything that you need to know about Triple H. The guy could be fucking dead for all we fucking know. WWE is downplaying what I think is a serious fucking issue, because I don't think for a single fucking second that that man had any heart issues before the NXT death that was by the hands of Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon. I'm going to say this right now. I don't give a fuck who clips it or whatnot. Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard gave Triple H a fucking heart attack. And if you don't like hearing that, I don't give a single fuck what you think. That's the case. This man was on top of the fucking world, running a super indie, running the WWE future, running the WWE the way it needed to be run. All of a sudden, removed from power, now he's out of power, everything about what he's built, dead, all his talent that he's put effort and time and money and resources into, now is working for Tony Khan. And will be working for Tony Khan. Long-term booking. We talk about long-term booking. This is the weirdest long-term booking that I've ever seen. Triple H is still, even in his hospital bed, or wherever he may be, God rest his soul. This man is, and I feel sorry for him, he's dead to WWE. He doesn't exist to them anymore. If Triple H wasn't married to Stephanie McMahon, this guy would be on fucking Route 9 with his fucking little knapsack looking for a hitch and ride up the highway. He'd be on the side of the road without a fucking care from WWE about where he goes. This guy would be gone, and you wouldn't hear another fucking peep about this guy in WWE. He'd be gone, released. WWE gave Triple H a heart attack, and WWE is actively killing everything that Triple H has built up. I don't know what else you need to understand. Long-term booking, the weirdest long-term booking I've ever seen. Triple H has gotten everybody ready on WWE's resources and watch and money for Tony Khan. Meanwhile, all Triple H wanted to do was build for the future of WWE. Build for the future. Look at the future that he had. Look at the talents that they've let walk. Look at the talent that they continue to fire every single week, almost. They're all ending up in Tony Khan's hands. WWE's got some sick, twisted fucking mentality, man. Oh, they can't hire anybody that's over 32 years old. They can't hire anybody that's under 260 pounds. They can't hire anybody that's under 6'3". You're going to be shit out of fucking luck, man. How many Gable Stevensons are going to be out there? Huh? How many Gable Stevensons do you think exist out there? How many John Cenas you think you're going to create out of the fucking people that you got in that performance center right now? How many Brock Lesnars do you think exist in this world? You fucking kidding me? Yeah, but let's let Adam Cole walk right into AEW. 32 years old. He's got everything you'd love about a fucking professional wrestler. So much so that Shawn Michaels fucking cried over this guy and the thought of this guy taking over as him. He was a mirror image of Shawn Michaels. And you let a mirror image of Shawn Michaels walk right into AEW. That doesn't sound like a sound business plan, if you ask me. Ricochet, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross. WWE wants stars. The fuck are you doing to create stars? What are you doing? You didn't want these men and women that you've released because you had no part in building them up. You could use age and height and weight, and whatever fucking factor you want to throw at me. You could use all these excuses, but the fucking truth remains at the end of all of it. None of these people succeeded in WWE because they all succeeded under Triple H. And if you succeed under Triple H, you're probably going to end up in the unemployment line. And that's also a very, very eye-opening thing. And if you don't pick up on that, I genuinely feel sorry for you. Hit Row gone. Hit Row is gone. The same thing can be said about Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox is gone. And it makes me wonder, how are you going to get rid of somebody like Tegan Nox? Why? Why get rid of Tegan Nox when the women's division in WWE is some of the most horrendous booking I've seen in all 35 years I've been watching this company on my television screen? If you think women's wrestling is thriving in WWE, you are a fucking idiot. And I mean that from the genuineness of my soul. The women's division in WWE is absolutely fucking horrendous. No new stars are being built. It's the same people on TV every single week. There hasn't been one meaningful storyline all year. They even managed to botch a Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair storyline. WWE should consider themselves lucky that those two women went out at WrestleMania and delivered a fucking great match. Which is not really surprising, seeing who's in the ring. The women's division is horrendous. But here we are releasing Tegan Nox. Here we are releasing Taya Valkyrie. Here we are releasing Ember Moon and Ruby Riott. And somebody else that I probably fucking missed. But it makes me wonder, of all the names on that roster, that's the name you go for? Tegan Nox is the name you go for. You drafted her to a brand. Why wasn't she used on a brand that could absolutely use a Tegan Nox? And I look at the roster and I ask myself, why? Then I look at the roster and see Dana Brooke still has a job. What is Dana Brooke still doing with a job, but Tegan Nox has been fired? I look at Tamina Snuka. I ask myself, why is Tamina Snuka still on the roster, but Tegan Nox is gone? Is it because she's injury prone? Has WWE let her go because she's too high risk? Or did WWE let her go because she was an absolute fan favorite of Paul Levesque? Sounds like that may be the right answer. Tegan Nox was on her way to winning the first ever Mae Young Classic when she got injured. Tegan Nox came back. She got a huge return upon returning. WWE gave her yet another return when she came back after the third injury. Then she got removed from NXT and placed on the main roster in a makeshift tag team with Shotzi Blackheart, who also was not safe in WWE. Because if they released Ruby Riott or Ruby Soho, I don't see the difference in hair color there really meaning a thing to Bruce Pritchard. WWE let Tegan Nox go after calling her up to the main roster, putting her in a tag team with Shotzi Blackheart. Had no reason to be a tag team. They didn't team together in NXT. It was Shotzi and Ember, not Shotzi and Tegan. So they called them up, paired them together when they are better off individual. WWE drafted Shotzi to SmackDown, Tegan to Raw. We never saw Tegan. And now we hear tonight that Tegan is released on a Monday Night Raw roster that has Charlotte Flair. No, not Charlotte Flair's on SmackDown. I don't even know who the fuck is where anymore. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Nikki Trash, Doudrop, and whoever else is on that fucking show. Now, Tegan Nox is released. WWE does not even try anymore. You know, they want to tout women's revolution, women's evolution, the best women's roster in all of professional wrestling. Not anymore. Not anymore. You know, Impact, they got the best women's roster in all of professional wrestling right now. NXT at one point did. Not anymore. Impact has the number one women's roster in all of the world right now. And AEW, after these next couple of signings, will bypass WWE. Right at the top of Tony Khan's priority list, Wyndham Rotunda, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Ember Moon, and Tegan Nox. If you don't think Tegan Nox is going to add value to that AEW women's division, if you don't think Tegan Nox should be a priority of Tony Khan and bringing her into AEW? Everybody wants to hype about AEW women's wrestling, right? You want the division to be better. You want an all-women's pay-per-view, right? You want the division to be better than it was in year 1, better than it is in year 2 when we get to year 3. That's not going to happen if you don't bring in somebody like Tegan Nox. The woman is fantastic. At one point in time, Tegan Nox reminded me of Becky Lynch. She could have realistically been the next Becky Lynch. And I mean Becky Lynch when Becky was actually decent to listen to and decent to watch. I can't stand Becky Lynch anymore. I think what she does is fucking terrible. She ain't cool. She ain't heel. She ain't doing good. And you certainly ain't getting me to fucking be on your side with the way that you're acting. It's actually working as go-away heat. Yet Tegan Nox was always somebody that we wanted to see succeed. So when you talk about women's wrestling in AEW and you don't mention Tegan Nox, I don't know if your heart is into making AEW women's division better. What a terrible fucking mistake. You didn't even give this woman an opportunity to show you what she could do on the main roster. You pretty much cast her off to catering and then gave her a pink slip with her name on it saying that she's unemployed. How fair is that? You think this company wants to make women's wrestling better? How exactly are you making it better by releasing Ember Moon and Tegan Nox and Taya Valkyrie? Doesn't make sense. If WWE wants the division to be better, those are the names that you should be building the division around, not letting go. Tegan Nox was released because she was a Triple H gal. Again, don't let it fool you. Another thing that is a part of the Triple H era, and if you think this is the last, you are sadly mistaken. Toni Storm, she'll be gone. Toni Storm will be gone. Shayna Baszler will be gone. Asuka will be gone. You wait. You wait. Because I don't see how Toni Storm lasts. She was a Triple H gal as well. She's as indie comes. And you all know what WWE thinks of indie wrestling. Shayna Baszler, she's in her 40s. Goodbye. Asuka, 40s. Goodbye. If WWE let Taya Valkyrie go, who's only the age of 37, but Shayna Baszler is still employed and Asuka is still employed, how fair does that look to Taya Valkyrie? This ageism shit is fucking bogus. Bogus. AJ Styles is in his early 40s, still operating as AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. I don't see WWE releasing AJ Styles. Damian Priest, he's in his late 30s. Yet he somehow broke through Vince McMahon's fucking demands. But you want to release Taya Valkyrie for being the same age as Damian Priest. I don't really get that. Samoa Joe, old. Tommaso Ciampa, old. Santos Escobar is 37 years old. Why hasn't Santos Escobar made the main roster? How could you look at Santos Escobar and not call this man up to the main roster and not make money with Santos Escobar? All WWE ever wanted was a Latino. They wanted somebody that was going to really captivate that audience. They feel like they have Rey Mysterio and they don't need anybody else. How long is Rey Mysterio going to last? How much more mileage does Rey Mysterio's knees have? You think Dominic's going to carry the load when Rey can't do it anymore? Yeah, you got Angel Garza, who is a perennial fucking shoo-in replacement for Eddie Guerrero. All anybody talked about was how many similar characteristics Angel Garza has to Eddie Guerrero. Where is he? Barely on TV. Santos Escobar, Andrade. Where are they? Andrade's now in AEW doing what he's got to do. And Santos Escobar, he's waiting for his fucking release any month now. Same thing with Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. You want Latinos. You want the Latino audience. Yet you got somebody who speaks great English, who's fucking phenomenal in the ring, but you can't come up with something for the man to do so that you can make money off of him. That doesn't sound like a company that fucking cares. That doesn't sound like a company that gives a shit about professional wrestling. The ageism thing is a crock of shit. Bullshit. That's what they want to fire people for? Go ahead. Go ahead. It's making you look worse and worse and worse and worse. You don't think fans are picking up on what you're doing and the ideals that you're projecting onto the general public? You don't think every round of releases like this angers thousands upon thousands upon thousands of fans to a point where they've just given up on everything you've done? If you don't think this hurts you negatively, I don't want to hear you fucking bitch and moan next time we have a quarterly shareholders meeting. No, but as long as you make your millions, right? As long as Nick Khan can add yet another $1 million extension to his already $8 million fucking mansion. Take your fucking stocks and shove it up your fucking asshole. I don't give a fuck how much money they make. It's not making your show better. Your show is absolutely insufferable every single week, and they know it. They know it. All you needed to do was actually take the talent that Triple H molded and use it for the future. No, instead you want to kill it. You want to build from within. You want to build around the guys Vince wants to build around. You want to build around the guys Bruce has a hand in. Let me see how far that gets you. That may net you what? 1, 2, maybe? Perennial WrestleMania guys? That you're so obsessed with creating? I don't see anybody on this roster that's going to main event WrestleMania in the next 5 years. Can you? I don't see anybody on this NXT roster. Not one single guy. Braun Breaker? Nah. Dexter Lumis? No. Odyssey Jones? No. The only ones I saw, guess what, folks? They were all Triple H guys. Guess what? They're not there anymore. They're not there anymore. Tegan Nox was let go because she was a Triple H girl. Which doesn't bode well for the rest of everybody that was there while Triple H was still somewhat semi in charge. John Morrison. He was the other name released. As soon as his wife was let go, I was surprised that they didn't let them go together, to be honest with you. John Morrison is just around the same age as his wife. He didn't really do much of anything in WWE. WWE never found value in John Morrison. They only brought in John Morrison because he was a familiar face. He had a go-around in WWE. He had a history with The Miz. The Miz wasn't really doing much of anything. And they produced some of the worst television in years that I've ever seen in WWE history. Their entire act was so stale that WWE decided to keep it running for 3 years. And they did not ever appreciate the type of guy that John Morrison was, ever. He was great in Eminem when he split from Eminem back in the day. IC champion. This guy went to Lucha Underground. This guy made himself into a main event guy. He went to Impact, made himself a main event guy. I don't see how you look at the body of work John Morrison did. Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Impact. This guy is Johnny, whatever the fuck you want to call him. You could slide him into any main event role, and he'd produce a fucking banger. He could. But you decided that his value was no greater than fucking teaming with The Miz and squirting fucking dripsticks, making cheap cheesy comedy a thing on Monday night, when Monday Night Raw, all they needed was some sort of direction and some professional wrestling. You thought dumping Damian Priest into a fucking pool, a blow-up pool with fucking rubber duckies, was entertaining. You thought John Morrison and The Miz battling fucking zombies was entertaining. No, but as long as he's having a good time, though. This is all we heard. Oh, John Morrison's having a good time. He loves it. He loves the laid-back attitude. He loves joking around. This is who he really is. Away from this, away from WWE, away from the television screen. This is who he is. Johnny Drip Drip. How far did Johnny Drip Drip get him in WWE? Fired. Now, where's he going to go? 90 days, see you in February. Where's he going to go? Guy did absolutely nothing of value in WWE. Absolutely. The only thing that I could absolutely say that I gave a shit about with John Morrison in WWE for this current run with The Miz is his matches with Matt Riddle. He had some absolute bangers with Matt Riddle. And that's it. A ladder match maybe with one of the Usos and Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania when they did WrestleMania in the empty gymnasium. The not WrestleMania show that was. What else did he do? I can't pinpoint a single fucking thing that John Morrison added of value to Monday or Friday night. The Friday night delight, the Monday night delight. You had a perennial fucking guy. If you needed a main event, that was the guy. You could slot him in anywhere. This guy was fucking born for that Intercontinental Championship. Nothing. And with The Miz doing Dancing with the Stars, you thought the best thing for John Morrison to do was wait around for The Miz to come back to find his inner chi, is what they said. If that doesn't tell you WWE loves to waste talent, I don't know what the fuck does. You had this guy sitting around, wasting away, and you were still paying him to do nothing. Why was John Morrison released? Because John Morrison doesn't fit the age bracket of WWE anymore. He's 6 years past expiration. John Morrison, according to Nick Conman and Bruce Pritchard, is too old. There's no more value in John Morrison. But I'm sorry, find somebody else on the active roster that could do the shit that John Morrison does as good as John Morrison does it. Not many. Not many. John Morrison's gone. I could see him going back to Impact. I could see both him and Taya going back to Impact, to be quite honest with you. I'd love to see John Morrison in AEW. I would. But I can't sit here and say everybody go to AEW. Tony Khan's got to start making a list, a Christmas wish list. I don't think John Morrison's on that Christmas wish list. I'd love to see John Morrison in House of Glory. That's where I'd love to see John Morrison. I'd love to see John Morrison in HOG competing in our World Championship division. Put him in there against the Amazing Red. Put him in there against other top-tier talent coming on into the company. What a fucking joke. A joke. The other people released, Jackson Riker. I mean, do you give a shit about Jackson Riker? Like, listen, I feel bad for anybody that is released, but Jackson Riker, I'm surprised it took this long. What were they waiting for? Jackson Riker now, a meme, gone. Shane Thorne. What does this mean for the rest of his former Retribution buddies? Dio Madden, his clock is ticking. Dijak, his clock is ticking. It's another guy that should be on the priority list for Tony Khan when his contract is up or when he is unceremoniously fired, because you know what's coming. Shane Thorne, a part of Retribution. Mia Yim is already gone. Shane Thorne, they took him out of Retribution. He was playing the role of Casey Jones, a.k.a. Slap Dick, Slap Nuts, Slapjack. Then when the group broke up, he sat around and did nothing. And WWE had him work dark matches as a crocodile hunter because, you know, he's from Australia. And all they do in Australia is hunt crocodile and fucking play with kangaroo. And eat at Outback Steakhouse. And drink fucking, what's that Australia beer? Foster's, Australian for beer, right? Yeah. Yeah, because that's all they do. They drink Foster's, they order the onion bloom from fucking Outback Steakhouse. They order the coconut shrimp from Outback Steakhouse. That's exactly what Shane Thorne was doing in WWE. He was an Aussie. Because that's all WWE thought of. Because he was Australian. And he was the last. Actually, no, he's not the last. Drake Maverick. Drake Maverick was also released. Imagine WWE releasing this guy. This guy makes a sob story. Triple H brings him back. Triple H puts him in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament that they had. He gets called up to the main roster only to get fired again. Only to get fired again. This guy did nothing. They called him up to the main roster to do what? Chase Reginald around with the 24/7 title. Conspire with Tozawa to chase Reggie for the 24/7 title. Imagine being this guy getting brought into the WWE only to get fired twice. That's something that doesn't happen a lot. Fired twice? He may be on a short, very elite list. What a joke. 8 more wrestlers released. Tegan Nox, Drake Maverick, John Morrison, Jackson Riker, Shane Thorne, Ashanti the Adonis, Isaiah Swerve Scott, and Top Dollar. All of Hit Row is now gone. Again, folks, I don't want to sit here and advocate for anybody's firing. I don't. I feel terrible. I feel terrible. And, you know, I'm only partially joking around when I get very cocky. I mean it, but some of the things I say is to entertain. The reason why I say the things that I do in the way that I say them is because nobody else is going to say it. I would rather build my reputation on truth and honesty than shill my audience because I need to be cool with WWE public relations. I need to be cool with AEW public relations. I gotta put on a good face because I'm working the indie circuit. I don't give a shit what people think of me. I want people to respect my work ethic, the way I see things, the knowledge that I have from being a fan of 35 years. And I want you to see the truth behind everything. That's what I want. I would rather sit here and be truthful to you than lie to get ahead like everybody else does, be nice and fake like everybody else does to get a cheap interview or a fucking collaboration with somebody 6 times my size. And it sucks for people in my situation. It sucks for people in my role here. Because nobody will work with me. I won't get invites to go hang out when people are in town. I won't get invites to go appear on a podcast because people think I'm confrontational. They don't think I can hold a conversation and a debate. That just means they don't watch my show on Wednesday night. Jesse's here and we debate. He's one of my best friends. We debate back and forth. I give him bullshit, he gives me bullshit back. That's how it works. But at the end, we have debates. You know, I was very shy and very laid back and very scared and timid working with somebody else. When I invited Jesse on the show, I didn't think I could handle working with somebody because I wasn't confident in projecting questions onto people. I wasn't confident in myself to sit down and have a debate, though I knew I could. I just wasn't confident in myself to have it come off good. But it works. I won't get the invite to debate I won't go on The Observer. I won't get invited by an Andrew Zarian. I won't get invited by a Sap. I won't get to work with the Wrestle Talk because of who I am. Where they're fake, I'm not. Where they're bullshit and I call their bullshit, I won't get invited. I have this weird, bizarre perception about me in the community that I'm racist, I'm angry, I live in my mother's basement, I don't own a Mustang, I'm not as successful as I think I am, I buy subs. All over professional wrestling. All over the sport that we grew up watching. The one thing that we sat down to escape all of our problems. And it's not the same as it was 30 years ago. It's not the same as it was when I was in high school. And I feel like the community does need somebody to tell you exactly what is going on here, not only with this list of 8, but the last list of 18. And the last list before that one of 20. Who's going to tell it to you like I do? There's rarely people in the community that will give it to you like I do. I only know 1 or 2 of them. 1 or 2 of them. And one of them I work with at House of Glory in Solid Monster. He would never steal you wrong. And neither would I. Neither would I. But at the end of the day, what I am is confident. Confident in my work. I say the things that I say because I know they are factually correct. I don't need a paid subscription to a dirt sheet. I don't need to have sources. I don't need inside intel in WWE or AEW. Watch the fucking show. More than likely, if I said it on this show this year, more than likely it has come to fruition. I'm not asking you to respect me, but I want you to fucking realize that through all that hate that I get, you may be watching me hating me now. All I ask is for you to fucking nod your head and say, you know what? I hate this motherfucker for who he is and who he thinks he is, but man, this fucking guy is right. That's all I want. Just give me my fucking credit where credit is due. I told you this was going to happen 5-6 weeks ago. Where are we now? I put it out there in the universe, and I didn't really want it to happen, but I knew it was going to happen because of the people that run this company. I warned them. I let him know. I let these guys know. And what did I get for it? I got blocked for it. And all the messages that I got, I can't even begin to tell you. My Instagram private messages are fucking 30 deep with random people telling me I was right. You called it. You called it. You called it. My Twitter DMs, you called it. You called it. You called it. I was fucking having a nice evening watching a movie when Jesse texted me, guess who was right again? Release is incoming. And then he tells me. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys are here through it all. And I'm glad you guys appreciate what I bring to you every single week. I feel sorry for everybody that's released. I do. And the fucked up thing is it's not over. It's not over. And the one thing I want to know, the one question I want to know is, before we get into the super chat, the one question I want to know is, with all these releases, WWE brought up all these men and women to the main roster. Raw was filled. SmackDown was filled, right? The one thing I want to know is, after we get through with this farce known as Survivor Series, are we going to get a WWE that is now universally one roster? Because by the way things are shaping up, there's absolutely, it's been this way for the last 2 years. Are we going to go back to one universal roster where we don't have a split brand, Raw and SmackDown? Why are we here listening to the TV networks? Why does NBC Universal need something on their own and Fox needs something completely different? Why? Everybody wants the WWE to be better. NBC Universal wants the WWE to be better. Fox wants the WWE to be better. They both want their ratings up for what they're paying for. They're not seeing return on their investment with the way the ratings are right now. Monday Night Raw has accumulated some of the worst ratings of all time in its 28 years in this year alone, in the last 3 weeks. SmackDown continues to gain no new viewership. NXT drew its lowest rating ever for the Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard era of NXT. Seems like they're not doing anything right. So the one question I have is, when are we getting rid of the brand split? 3 weeks ago, it was 20 men and women. This week, it's 8. Close to 200 altogether. When are we getting rid of the brand split? When are we going back to Raw and SmackDown being one? Because from what I see, I don't see a need to have 2 separate rosters anymore. I don't see the need to have all these championships. All you're doing is making your show worse. The more you cut and the more we see on Monday night for 3 hours and the more we see on Friday night for 2 hours, the more rinse and repeat we're going to get. Survivor Series is absolutely and utterly fucking worthless this year. And with all the releases, it's becoming more and more apparent that there's no more need for a draft, a brand split, separate rosters, 2 women's championships, 2 tag team championships, a women's tag team championship, a 24/7 title. Why? When I can watch AEW on Wednesday night and get in 2 hours, 1 hour, what I get out of Dynamite in 1 hour is more than anything WWE produces on a weekly basis. And they book correct over there. They're not perfect. I don't really agree with the TBS championship being introduced. But there's no reason why, if you love professional wrestling, why you're not watching AEW right now. Ask yourself this question. You're disheartened by WWE and the actions that they take every single week. People complain about the fucking ratings on Wednesday night. Oh, they're not over 1 million. AEW's dying. WWE is releasing all these guys and Tony Khan is acting like a fucking miracle man. Signing all these guys. AEW, all they got is ex-WWE guys. It never ends. It just never ends. Why are you complaining about AEW as if WWE is any better? You do realize that the WWE is in the worst creative state it's ever been. So what type of argument are you making? If you love professional wrestling, why are you not watching AEW right now? And that's exactly what needs to happen. A lot of people don't understand this. They all wonder why we're so pro AEW. Do you want to know why we're so pro AEW? It's because we want WWE to get better. That's why. If WWE continues to lose their audience like they are, then WWE is going to have to think outside the box. It'll push their backs against the wall and have them think, well, what we're doing is not working. We're making all this money, but I don't think we're going to see $1 billion in TV rights deals when our NBC deal is up or our Fox deal is up. And then the next network that comes along is going to see 1.4, 1.5 ratings on Monday night. This is the mighty WWE. Shouldn't you be in the 3s? You would be in the 3s if WWE booked consistently and WWE invested in long-term booking. You know, Full Gear did 150,000 buys. It netted AEW over $7 million in revenue. They are far from a dying company. If you're not watching professional wrestling, I don't know why you're not watching AEW, because they are giving you exactly what we need in this time. WWE certainly isn't giving it to us. They don't give a fuck if you watch or not. The shows are going to be the same way they are every single week, without Vince McMahon or with Vince McMahon there. Vince can walk away today, and it's going to be run by Bruce Pritchard and John Laurinaitis. Nothing will change. And that's what they feared. WWE feared Paul Levesque so much that they ran the man out of the company and gave the man a legit heart attack, to a point where he may never even come back again. What exactly would he be coming back to? If he walks back into that company and looks at the NXT that Vince and Bruce created, it may give him yet another heart attack. This company is a fucking disgrace. It really is. Listen, guys, I want to thank you all very much for joining me on this early Friday morning. It's 1:17 a.m. and I got 3,400 fucking people watching me, man. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank every single one of you. Every single one of you. I do this because I love professional wrestling. I do this because I have always wanted to be in the business. I do this because it has been the one thing in my life that I find solace in. I don't even find solace in professional wrestling anymore. Wednesdays, yeah. It was Wednesdays with NXT. Now it's Wednesdays with AEW. But what I do now is I find solace in this. I find solace in you. You guys. For all the messages I get and all the tweets I get about family pets passing away and people going through depression and going through surgery and cancer and losing a family member and breaking up with a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I hear it all, man. I hear it all. And believe me, we've all been there. I've been there. You've been there. But I can't even begin to tell you how you guys give me that same strength that you think I give you. Without you, I'm not here. Without you, I don't do this. I'm not live on a Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night like I am tonight with 3,400 fucking people listening to me rant about the one thing that we all love. I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart, man. I feel sorry for everybody that was released. And all I ask is never, ever, 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 ever again discredit my work. Never. When I say it, listen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I haven't been wrong this year. And I don't plan on being wrong many times. As long as I do this, man, I try my best to not be wrong. If all I can give to you is my fucking honesty and my passion, let it be. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I haven't been wrong this year. Guys, we're going to go over the super chats. I want to thank you all very much. Get them on in. It's a late night at the venue, and last call is up. Please hit that subscribe button down below if you have not done so. Hit that thumbs up. We're over 1,200 likes. Let's try for 1,500, guys. If you're in the chat and have not hit the thumbs up, let's try for 1,500 likes on the live stream. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel. Monday Night Raw, Dynamite. There was an extra or two thrown in there. Full Gear on Saturday night. Unreal, man. Unreal. CPA with a $5 super chat. Swerve, Adonis, and Thorn would thrive in the X Division or New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tegan can go to Impact. John Morrison, man. Shaking my fucking head. Johnny E. Lee. Swerve is going to find work. No problem, man. Shane Thorne, I could see him breaking out on his own. Shane Thorne is very good. Shane Thorne is very good at what he does, man. And Tegan Nox, I think Impact is kind of spoiled with what they got over there, man. I think Tony Khan needs to look at Tegan and really evaluate what he wants to do with the women's division. You bring in an Ember Moon and a Tegan Nox to that division? Instant impact. Johnny Dynamite. I do like that, though. I do like that. TVP83 with a $50 super chat. Thank you, TVP. Expect this to be the OTS of the year, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about that, man, but we got another show tomorrow live with SmackDown. We got Off the Script episode 397 happening on Saturday. I'm sure I'll get more news and rumors about the releases. Survivor Series is on Sunday. Big weekend, man. Thank you, TVP, for the $50. That is a lot of money. And you guys are very generous, man. Thank you so much. Marcus Gunn with a $5 super chat. Yo, JD, I had a dream of WWE going out of business, bro. Sorry to tell you, Marcus, they are never going out of business. Stick World Mayor with a $2 super chat. The IWC Nostradamus is live. Suck it, geeks. My boy Daryl in the chat. Shout out to Sith Negan, one of my mods in the chat. He donated $200 earlier while I was playing Halo Infinite. Bro, Athena Moon. I like it. Or just Athena, really. Ember Athena. Athena Moon sounds better, though. Marcus Thomas with a $5 super chat. JD, I listen to your podcast every weekend since Hell in a Cell 2019. Triple H creates and Vince kills. What is the point to watch NXT anymore? There is none. Well, actually, there is maybe one or two. I like Odyssey Jones. I like Dexter Lumis. And, I mean, listen, man, we got to support my boy. We got to support my boy, Tony D'Angelo. Okay? You fucking gabagool. Tony D is where it's at. Delron Utsi with a $2 super chat. JD, you should pick the soundtracks for WWE 2K22. I very well should. None of the 2K community wants me a part of their community because they're all fucking goody two-shoe pussy fucking geeks. So, there you go. Ricardo Linnell with a $10 super chat. Ricardo, thank you so much, brother. Ricardo, I just want to know, how the hell has Dana Brooke been able to evade the inevitable future endeavor pink slip? No idea, bro. No idea, bro. Tamina Snuka still has a job. Dana Brooke still has a job. But there is hope, man. Nia Jax was fired. Nobody thought that would come. And Eva Marie was fired. So she may be one of the ones to be let go sooner than later. Lysol Ownway with a new membership, brother. What are you drinking in this late hour in the venue? John Lamey with a $5 super chat. OTS #1. Thank you, brother. Just got a text from my best friend Pete. It says, great show. Thank you, brother. I love what I do, man. Trey Van Gerrick with a $9.99 super chat. JD telling the truth since the beginning. Better performers and acts came before Hit Row and failed. And now Hit Row is just another footnote. Again, why anyone would want to work for WWE is beyond me. Nobody's going to be working with WWE in the near future, man. WWE is signing legit amateur wrestlers, entertainers, people from all walks of sports. They're not looking at professional wrestlers anymore, man. You know, my friend Keith brought up a good point. Happy birthday to my boy Keith. It was his birthday yesterday. He asked me, name the one guy, name the last guy that's actually signed a legit WWE contract. And the answer was so simple. Because I remember like it was yesterday. AJ Styles was the last actual independent wrestler to sign a WWE contract. Legit. And bypass NXT. It's amazing. Willie Martin with a $2 super chat. JD, you're the new Carmelo Hayes, cuss. You don't miss. No, Willie, I don't. VC Stallion with a $1.99 super chat. Have to disagree on Ricochet. He can't talk. I have to disagree with your disagree, VC Stallion. Maybe if they actually worked on his weaknesses and highlighted his strengths, Ricochet would be where he needs to be. No, but everybody wants to cast him off because he can't talk. But you put Ricochet in the fucking ring, and he's one of the best pro wrestlers on the planet. Don't give me that bullshit. You work with his strengths, highlight his strengths, and work on what he needs to work on. No, but let's cast him off because he can't fucking talk. Let's not feature him on TV because he can't cut a promo. Or he doesn't look like Drew McIntyre. Fucking ridiculous. What a terrible way to look at things. Sunny Impact with a $5 super chat. You were absolutely right about Hit Row. I could see Swerve going back to MLW or to the X division in Impact. Don't care to see Top Jabba, though. That man will find no work anywhere, bro. Ricardo Linnell with another $10 super chat. WWE is no longer then, now, and forever. They are WWE buried, catering released. Comment of the night, Ricardo. Absolutely correct. Mike Bennett don't count. No, Mike Bennett's a fucking asshole. Another guy who benched me for speaking the truth. Fucking beta male cuck. Mike Bennett. His dumbass fucking wife. I'm sorry. Nobody told you to go fucking get pregnant and then convince WWE to give you a fucking contract only for them to fire you. I don't know how you didn't see that one coming. Underwear Beast with a $25 super chat. A company for bodybuilders and models walking. Yeah. It's pretty much what they're turning themselves into. Eddie Hazard with a $19.99 super chat. For the life of me, I don't get how there are still people who want to stand up for WWE. Scandal after scandal, corporate greed, and waves of cool releases. Yet every week, there are IWC geeks rooting for AEW to fail. Crazy. Bro, these people have no life. All they do is sit in their fucking cum-stained underwear. They stare at their fucking pictures of whoever they're geeking out over on their wall. They watch anime porn. And they look like wrestling otaku. It's pretty much the majority of the IWC. John Lamey with a UK $5 super chat. Love the show, JD. OTS is number one. Thank you, John. Brady McGrath re-ups for 2 months as a VIP. Thank you, Brady. JD, I'm an Uber driver, and I always get to listen to your content late at night, and it always gets me through my shift. Thank you for that, OTS for life. Listen, bro, everybody that you get an Uber from, you should ask them if they like professional wrestling, and then if they do, just shill them the show. Dayton Raumel with a $10 super chat. What the fudge? They call up Hit Row just for them to take Beat Fab away from them for no reason. Now they release the rest of the group. Vince's brain is officially fell out of his head. Bro, I gave you all the answer you need. I gave you all the answer you need about why they were released, bro. Araceli Bernando with a $5 super chat. I adore Jackson Riker. What an incredible man, and he's stunning to look at. To me, he is a breakout star and never given a real chance. Love him. You know, this is one of those moments I can't tell if this is real or troll. I hope to God you're a female. I really do. That's the only way I would accept that comment. But thank you for your $5. Feel like we need to play my boy Doc. I feel the need for red skies tonight, guys. Captain Solo at a $5 super chat. John Morrison did everything they asked him to do, including jobbing to Bitch Bunny and carrying Mrs. Bags. God needs to release Vince McMahon. Imagine that, brother. Guy legitimately did everything and said every corny thing that he needed to say from WWE and Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon, only to be let go. It's unbelievable. The NYC Demon Diva, as always, we love Issa in the chat. You inspire a lot of us smaller creators. Never forget that. I always include you. Great work tonight. I know, Issa. I was not talking about you at all. Most of the community, yes, but not you. Thank you for your $5 and thank you for your love and support. Always. I will always, always, always have your back. The Quiet Storm 08. Thank you for the new membership, Quiet Storm. What are you drinking in the venue? I recommend the Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey, which I would have never found out about unless my boy Big Hodge Jason turned me on to Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. So much so that we drank peanut butter whiskey with Santana and Ortiz. Hopefully we do that again. Shout out to Hodge, man. Nah, well, listen, there's no slandering Bad Bunny here. Bad Bunny had probably the match of the night at WrestleMania. I know. Shout out to my boy Hodge, man. His mother and father passed away within 30 plus days of each other. Not sure I was supposed to say that, but he's going through a absolutely miserable time right now. And if everybody in the venue right now, man, we got 2,700 people still here tonight. Everybody throw up the prayer emojis for my boy Big Hodge. This is a terrible situation, man. Captain Solo with a $2 super chat. I fear Tony Storm. Shocked Dana survived. WWE 2K22 Benched Edition. Game is dead on arrival, bro. Indigo re-ups for 17 months. He's aiming for that fucking gold VIP status, man. And I know he's going to get it because Indigo's a beast. Hey, JD, thank you for everything you do for us. You're the main reason why I'm confident with talking pro wrestling. Truly an honor to have met you IRL. The last time we met Indigo will not be the last, brother. I'm sure you'll be at every meet and greet we do in the city, no question. Hollywood Guy with a $5 super chat. Sadly, you were right about Hit Row and Top Dollar. I wonder if he believes you now. No, he doesn't. That's the fucking sad thing. He doesn't. I meant no ill will. I was merely an outsider looking in who sees very, very clearly. Candle with a $1.99 super chat. You, BC, and Jason are the best. Nothing but facts. BC's a beast, and Solid Monster is fucking great at what he does, man. And we're one hell of a commentary team, I'll tell you that. Christian G16 with a $4.99 super chat. JD, thank you for the entertainment, truthfulness, and passion you provide every single day for those who listen. Proud to have been subscribed for 7 years. Christian, thank you so much, man. 7 years is a long time to be subscribed to somebody, and you're still here, man. Here's to another 7 more. Edwin Galdemez with a $1.99 super chat. All this situation is so sad, bro, but you're right. Saints 2025, $4.99 super chat. Ember Moon and Thunder Rosa could tear the house down in AEW. Saints, I'm going to go a step further, man. Ember Moon and Thunder Rosa could main event a pay-per-view in AEW. Jim Lucci with a Canadian $2 super chat. Shane Thorne should go to New Japan Pro Wrestling with Jonah. I agree. Danny Boy with a $2 super chat. Thank you, JD, for keeping it real. Captain Solo with a $2 super chat. Johnny Rampage and Ty Valkyrie on AEW confirmed. Bro, we can't talk about anybody confirmed for the next 90 days. Royal reacts with a $5 super chat. John Morrison, Ember Moon, and Tegan Nox. Gonna be another great pickup for AEW. Top Dollar went to no dollar. Top Dollar went bankrupt tonight, bro. Hopefully he's got a blooming rap career ahead of him. Jericho 8131 with a $15 super chat. All these men and women going into the holidays with no income. Meanwhile, Vince, Khan, and Johnny and Bruce, can't forget him, have their stinky feet up on their $3,000 zebra print ottomans in their $41 million homes with smiles. I am disgusted. I think everybody's disgusted, bro. Kenny Omega, GOAT, with 2 Australian $7.99 super chats. Thoughts on the downfall of Sean's view like you called. Also, your parody of him was gold. I need diapers for my baby girl. My baby daughter. Listen, man, I have no problem with Sean's view and he's a little weird. But we're all weird, man. Sean and I talked. We're good. I'll leave it at that. I wish he would start a new channel, though. I really would. I really wish he would delete his old channel and start a new channel. Him streaming 7 times a day is not going to push him into the algorithm. If he only listened to his fucking own catchphrase, prolific, consistent, and dedicated, he wouldn't be where he is today. Nathan with a $5 super chat. WWE shills on Twitter will say business is business as if they are Vince McMahon themselves. Fuck out of here, clowns. Bro, the WWE drones on Twitter, their business should be to fucking hop in the shower and go find employment. I hear McDonald's is hiring $15 an hour with a fucking $250 signing bonus. It's not that difficult to find work nowadays. Go flip me a fucking burger and shut your fucking mouth, man. Pickles on the side, please. I'm not even eating at McDonald's, man. I'm going to Bear Burger. Jose Baez with a $5 super chat. You are the voice of the voiceless, sir. You are the best of what you do. And we'll be a fan for life. Keep doing your thing, brother. Thank you, Jose. Cam G with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD, your content is awesome. Just curious, how do you feel about if AEW introduced Trios Tag Team titles? I think they would be great. OTS for life. Cam, I can't wait for a Trios title, man. I can't wait for Trios Championship, man. Trios Championships in AEW is going to be fucking brilliant. Look at all the teams. Look at all the matches you could do. I mean, we're getting Kyle O'Reilly joining AEW in a couple of weeks, man. Can you imagine Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish winning Trios Championships in AEW? Can you imagine Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Adam Cole and Undisputed Era? Kenny and the Young Bucks versus Andrade and the Lucha Brothers. Or Andrade and FTR, MJF, and I mean, the possibilities are endless. Shakoi with a $5 super chat. I hate these marks that always support WWE and bash on the wrestlers who speak out against the releases and their experience in the company. WWE sucks. Bro, they have no life. And their IQ is the fucking same as this can of seltzer right here. 0. Araceli Bernendo. Yes, JD, I'm female and not trolling. I love Jax. And I'm sorry to hear that. And I take back what I said. We stand with Jackson Riker. The lotion in the baskets. $5 super chat. I was at Full Gear and Malachi Black's entrance felt the best out of all of them. Bro, I get to call that entrance in about 3 weeks at the next House of Glory show. Captain Solo at $5 super chat. Every member of Hit Row owes you a huge apology. They can't hate on you for being 100% correct. Bro, I'm never getting an apology from anybody. I'm not getting an apology from Hit Row. I'm not getting an apology from all the people that call me a racist. I'm not getting an apology from all the fucking troll accounts on social media. They don't give a shit, dude. They will only highlight me when it's beneficial to them. When I do something and I fuck up on something, that's when they'll clip it or call me out. When I'm right, man, you won't hear fucking Pete, man. It's like Batman in fucking Gotham City, man, swooping in the middle of the night. You don't even fucking hear him coming, man. You won't even hear them. You know, this is a great cover, by the way. I don't even know who the fucking name of the band is. Silence? And I'm not a fan of Imagine Dragons at all, bro, but this is a great fucking cover. There's so many songs that aren't metal that sound better in a heavy metal version. B&D Financial Results with a $1.99 super chat. Bro, listen, why are you so shy? There's nobody being shy in the venue. There's not a place for people to be shy, bro. Come on now. The Quiet Storm with a $2 super chat. Your realism is needed in the IWC, brother. Cheers. Quiet Storm, thank you, brother. And thank you for your subscription and membership. Kelly with a $5 super chat. My thoughts on the releases is nothing but the track Godsmack Serenity, because these superstars besides Slob Dollar need serenity. Kelly, I haven't listened to Godsmack since their second album, and their best song is Immune off the debut. Edwin with a $1.99 super chat. I'm surprised Ricochet survived, man. OTS forever. Bro, listen. His day is coming. His day is coming. Lauren Hutton with a $5 super chat. Triple H, NXT talent wasted. Triple H, I wish, would take over. The only thing Triple H is taking over is the bed he resides in. That man will never see a takeover ever again. So much so that WWE omitted it from the NXT takeover name. War Games. It's NXT War Games. There's not even a takeover. Sad. Captain Solo with a $2 super chat. Top dollar can go apply at Popeyes with Nia Jax. You said it, Solo. I didn't. Truffle Mustard with an Australia mate. $20 super chat. WWE hasn't gotten a single Australia mate dollar you do from me in years. But I'll gladly give it to you, JD. Thank you, Truffle. I'll take all the Australia mites that we could get. Michael Cuomo with a $4.99 super chat. I respectfully disagree on AJ Styles, even I don't think he's safe now. Hope you're right. Only Michael Cole is safe. Bro, AJ Styles is safe, man. They never let AJ Styles go. You kidding me? All AJ Styles needs to do is get released, man. You don't think he wants to work Kenny Omega before his fucking career is over? Come on. Shakoi with a $2 super chat. I hope Ricochet will be free from WWE. Me too. I'd love to see him in AEW. I'd love to see him in Hog again. And Mr. Monday Night 31 with a $10 super chat. You pull no punches and speak the truth. That's why I listen. Mr. Monday Night. Thank you, brother. And Lauren Hunt with another $2 super chat. WWE will become Disney. When it happens, it's gone. Lauren, they're already Disney. Just tune into Tuesday nights. It's like you're watching fucking Nickelodeon or Disney Junior. Tony D'Angelo needs his own fucking Saints of New York stable with him. Or his own Goodfellas or something. Sit this guy in a fucking in an Italian restaurant, man, and give him a Tommy gun, really. Let's get some fucking balls on that show. 187 becomes a new member. Thank you, brother. What are you drinking in this late hour? Guys, I love you all, man. Thank you for the re-ups. Thank you for the new memberships. Thank you for the likes. Let's get 70 more, man. If you have not hit the thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,500 live before we get out of here, man. Thank you for all the super chats. Go check out all the other videos if you missed any of them on the channel, man. All on the homepage right now. And I'll be back live tomorrow night for Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage, man. Should be a big night for Rampage. You got some decent stuff going on Friday night. But listen, guys, an emergency episode, and you guys show up in big numbers, man. I love you all. I need 2 things from you guys before I get out of here and get in the Mustang and hit the highway, man. Number 1, I need those guitar emojis in the chat. And if you got them, I need those Mustang emojis as well. And number 2, I need that music right now on Max. I'll see you guys on Friday night. Thank you for everything. And I'll see you tomorrow night for Friday Night SmackDown live on Off the Script. See you guys later.